It's Tuesday, February 25th.
He wants to turn Canada into the 51st state, and it's no joke.
In the past, he wanted our markets. Now he wants our country.
The Trump factor dominating the Liberal leadership debate, threats from the U.S. president, and how to protect Canada were top of mind in the French debate.
We don't agree that the relationship is actually not a win-win.
Be ready for all scenarios. That is the message from Ottawa, 1 week out from 25% tariffs on most Canadian goods.
Definitely very shocking and surprised.
I was mortified.
That is not okay to me.
A lot of people saying that we don't have state parks here in Canada, but that's not what Google Maps says. Users in our country want that changed.
I feel like they are just genuine people who wanted to do good for local businesses in Canada.
Talk of the town, an American couple is being praised for buying breakfast for everyone at a Windsor restaurant. Stay with us, Canada. Your morning starts right now. Welcome to Your Morning, everybody. I'm Lindsey Deluce. Anne-Marie is off today.
What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. I'm Teddy Wilson. I'm wearing blue today, and I hope your day is off to a good start.
Oh, I forgot to say I was wearing green.
Yeah, well, that's what we do on Tuesdays, where we say.
I'm wearing gray.
Oh, cool.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes, thank
Love
you.
This. Love this.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Kelsey McEwen. Great to have you.
Happy Tuesday. Do you want me to tell you later? I won't say it now, but a little later in the show, which I believe in the TV business is called a tease.
Okay.
I'll tell you why I think, though this is going to be a great Tuesday, why generally Tuesday is the most blah day of the week.
Disagree.
Really? Okay,
yeah,
we'll get
fully
into that
disagree.
later.
We will.
And
I have
also,
scientific reasons.
in the TV biz, you just buried the lead.
I buried the lead.
Yeah, you did.
You're supposed to say, what is the worst day of the week?
What
we'll
is
tell you coming up.
kind of got it. Okay, cool. Well,
Okay.
thanks for the tips. I love it. Stay
We're
tuned
here all morning.
for the Tuesday. Yeah, we're here all morning, wearing blue, green, and gray. All right, let's turn to some of the top news that we're following for you this morning. The Trump administration and tariffs dominated the Liberals' French leadership debate last night.
The last time that he was president, he threatened us too, and at the end of the day, I succeeded in protecting our economy.
So we have to focus on the things that we control. We can't control President Trump, but we can be a master in our own house.
So Chrystia Freeland, Mark Carney, Karina Gould, and Frank Baylis faced off in Montreal in the first debate of this leadership campaign. Key themes included building the economy, healthcare, housing, Canada's place in the world, and the Israel-Hamas war.
Canada's position should be to work towards peace and security for two peoples.
Canada has to be a moral leader. What does that mean? We have to help Palestinians rebuild their civil society. We have to recognize them as a people, and we have to recognize them as a nation.
And if you missed last night's debate, fear not, the four candidates will be back at it tonight for the English language debate. Advance voting for party members starts tomorrow. Foreign Affairs Minister Melanie Joly says Canada needs to be prepared for all scenarios. This after U.S. President Donald Trump said the U.S. is going forward with 25% tariffs on most Canadian goods 1 week from today.
We think that actually the U.S. is benefiting greatly from our relationship, but at the same time, we will defend Canadian jobs. We will absolutely fight back, and we will be there to defend Canada's and Canadians' way of living.
Jolie is also warning that Canada needs to be ready to deal with the unpredictability of President Trump. Trump says the tariffs will go ahead on March 4th, this after being delayed for about a month after Canada agreed to introduce new security measures at our border. Ottawa has said that if the tariffs are implemented, it will hit back with a package of retaliatory levies on billions of dollars worth of U.S. goods. Well, there's some uproar from Canadian Google Map users who notice provincial parks are being labeled as state parks in the app.
I am on edge, as I don't want to be part of the United States. I am a Canadian.
Canadian Google Map users now reporting the labeling as errors and suggesting edits to the category. Provincial parks, however, is not listed in the apps as a category. Google says this is how they've been labeling provincial parks for years, even before U.S. President Donald Trump's 51st state talk. The company says it's working to update labels for parks in Canada to avoid confusion. Well, despite lagging support, NDP leader Jagmeet Singh says he's still the right person to lead the party into the next federal election.
I absolutely should be leading. I will be leading.
The latest polling from Nanos Research shows the NDP sit at 15% support, while the Angus Reid Institute has federal voter intention for the NDP at 10%. The Liberals are closing what was once a massive double-digit Conservative lead and taking support from the NDP. Singh says he and his party are ready if a snap election is called this spring. Some drivers in Montreal say it's a bit much for the city to give out tickets for diagonal parking, considering all the snow that's still on the streets.
People managed to shovel to find some kind of a place to park, and then you had our great city of ours come by and give people tickets for parking diagonally.
A ticket for not parking parallel to the sidewalk is $120. Upset drivers say they had no choice because others parked diagonal first, and because, of course, of all of the snow. The city says it's trying to be tolerant, but improperly parking cars gets in the way of emergency vehicles, snow trucks, and school buses. Montreal's Mayor Valérie Plante says she expects snow removal to be done by Sunday. Toronto Mayor Olivia Chow has a blunt assessment of the city's snow response so far.
It is not working well.
In a bid to get the city moving properly again, a motion has been tabled to improve snow removal for public transit routes. Toronto started snow removal almost a week ago, and despite crews working 24/7, the process is expected to take up to 3 weeks. Mayor Chow is promising to release a letter today, laying out steps to speed up the cleanup and review snow removal contracts. And a flood lookout has been issued for parts of the GTA. This as warmer weather starts to set in and all that snow melts. Toronto officials say snow removal will take away some of that melting snow. Crews will also help inspect and clear catch basins in flood-prone areas. Well, an American couple are the talk of the town after they paid for the bill at a restaurant full of people in Windsor.
Little things like that, those small gestures, it reminds people to be kind to each other. American, Canadian, doesn't matter. You know, we should be doing those sorts of things for those around us.
Sue Taylor was among those just having breakfast at a restaurant called Toast in Windsor. Bill and Sarah from Ann Arbor, Michigan, told those running the restaurant how much they loved Canadians, and they apologized for the current rift between our two countries. Taylor believes there were 40 to 60 people in the restaurant at the time. Wow, generous. Okay, a question for you. Who let the dogs out? Indeed, Lindsey Deluce. Lovely singing. Dogs and their owners took to the streets of Rio in Brazil for the annual Blockhouse street party on Copacabana Beach. It's part of pre-carnival festivities where pets and their owners come out to dance to carnival music. Those would be some hot dogs, too, with temperatures well over 30 degrees in Rio these days.